Hello, and we are back. It's going to be a very quick one because it is 4 a.m., gone 4 a.m. in fact, and I need to go to sleep. However, before I go to sleep, I need to do the Celestial Knights event, which I briefly looked at in confusion last time I streamed, which has been 2 weeks. I've been very busy. I am intending to stream more of the game more often. This was not quite going according to plan. This was not. My schedule was not quite supposed to be as infrequent as this. But, be that as it may, last time I noticed there were these two NPCs wandering around, talking to each other, and I couldn't quite work out if it was an event or just something ambient. It is an event. You engage with it by interacting with them via emote. So we're going to chase them around and emote at them a bit. Unless I've missed it already, but no, fortunately they seem to be here. I think that means they're at the end, and I'll have to wait for the event to start again. But that's probably fine. So it's been a bit of a struggle getting the stream up and running again after the previous attempt. I had some frame rate issues I couldn't explain, and fixing that involved a lot of installing and uninstalling of random, arbitrary pieces of software. Eventually got that working, and then realized that my audio settings were still balked from the previous stream, so hopefully I'm coming through nice and clear now. While I wait for these guys to reset. Back to the crystal. This was supposed to be a longer stream, but the audio fixes took so long that I'm just going to get my event rewards, I think, and call it good. There was also some internal debate about whether I should be recording audio, microphone audio, or commentary, for this, as I wanted it to serve as something of an archive also. However, all of the story, all of the narrative content is text-based. There doesn't seem to be any voice acting that I've found so far. I will just shut up if there is any. It was getting a little stuffy, just sitting and staying silent, listening to the Bastok music, nice though it is, for quite as long as I did the other day, while just reading NPC dialogue, and I thought that would be quite a boring watch too. Here we are. So, if things start to pick up, I will probably quieten down. So the aim is to distract the attractive women so that they don't engage the prince, and if he notices them and decides he'd rather spend time with them than his lovely princess, to give him a good slap, which I think is only fair. The timing seems to be quite difficult. I'm not sure if there's a skill component or a randomness component or a timing component, but I'm not very good at it. The balloon plugin, which is add-on, actually. One of the only ones I have running, because I think it makes the viewing experience better. Does seem to struggle with dialogue that's not interactive, but also requires, or also has a set timer to it. So I have enabled the dialogue in the bottom left corner as well. It's a little small, but hopefully still visible. As you can see, this Hiltrud, who looks different to the previous Hiltrud, I was able to successfully distract. You're also supposed to nod in agreement when she says something optimistic, positive about him, and disagree when she says or does the opposite. I'm not sure if that actually has any bearing on the success rate. So these two, I believe, are actors. They're acting out scenes from this famous story. It's not entirely clear whether we're actually helping them get together for real or just get into character. Strange event, just purely a looping open world event, for want of a better word. Just happens over and over in town. Oh, hello Hiltrud, where did you materialize from? No, too slow. Prince, get slapped. Thank you. I suspect another Hiltrud is about to materialize, although I'm not quite certain if they're on a fixed pattern or also semi-randomized. I was fairly confident I had not seen one in this square, but then I did one time. So. No, princess, don't say that. Doesn't look like there is one this time. I don't think Anguish is going to be a distraction, so I think we're in the clear. One is surely bound to appear down here, though. Of course he will. I think we've got two sets of dialogue at once there, which again upsets the balloon a little bit, but it's a much nicer experience, I think, than reading this little box in the corner. The box isn't terrible, but you know. think I've messed up the timing here. She's going to turn around and notice the prince. Oh, perhaps not. Yes, there is. Unfortunate. Not today, little prince. I am very tall compared to these guys. Goodness. I think that's the last one. Suppose while I wait, I can show off some of the gear that I've gotten from this so far. You have to repeat the whole event several times, I believe, so... This lovely shirtless look with a tattoo, possibly, yes, a tattoo. And some swimming trunks. Yes, it's definitely more. You love him. Gilet and boxes, which I'm assuming more shorts. Oh gosh, very short shorts from the looks of it. I'm not sure how that's different. If I'm honest. How do I see more stats? No, I don't know. I haven't quite figured out the gear situation. It does appear, however, that they dispense foods of varying values. Yes, it seems to be basically the same. Maybe it's a different wrist accessory. It does appear to be a slightly different wrist accessory. Interesting. Okay, well, fair enough. Back to the Chocobo shirt. Because we need that for the bonuses it provides, which is quite a lot of stats. And more importantly, a... Oh no, I might misremembered. No, just a lot of stats. Accuracy plus 50, magic accuracy plus 50, range accuracy plus 50, very nice. And a small chance not to lose items when synthesizing. This is, I believe, the one that this gears regen and refresh, auto re-raise, increased skill gain, and increased movement speed, which is all pretty pog. And then I have the Jubilee Ring, which is just free experience. So those two are gonna stand around and chat with each other for a while. I will head back to their spawn so I can catch them again. I believe there is one more item I can get from them. There's also a seasonal store somewhere in town, but I cannot afford anything. It's thousands of gil, which is, by all accounts, not a great deal to a real person, but I have 139. It was a little out of reach for me. And here they are again. Now I am seeing that my audio is still a little quiet, which is annoying at this point. I will deal with that when I am done slapping the prince. Get on with it, you. Let's see if that solves things. I suspect I'm not enunciating as clearly and as loud as I usually would on account of the whole 4 a.m. thing. Nearly 5 a.m. now, so I'm really going to regret this come tomorrow, I suspect. Okay. So just double checked. The audio is a little better. A couple more tweaks to make. This just seemed to be a very loud game, and unfortunately, if I turn it down such that my microphone is loud enough, you lose a little bit of the, a little bit of the effect. Because it is quite nice music. Of course, the other component is that I could turn my microphone up higher, but then I will sound absolutely dreadful. It's not a particularly good mic. Ah, there she is. Ah, right. Yes, not a particularly good mic, so it's better to not. Peek it where possible. Brain cells 1, 2, and 3 out of life. I assume they're friends. I suppose they could be bots, but it seems like more effort than they would go to. Come along. It looks like these chaps might finish the event out for me, so that's nice. It's, it's not very exciting as events go. It is easy and accessible to even a brand new player, so that's nice. Very engaging, though. And the fact that you have to do it, I think, 5 or 6 times to get all the rewards is a little tedious. Still. Easy enough. Pleasant enough. Not incredibly fascinating. I don't know much more about these people or why this is an important play or, a famous play, famous performance, but I will take free swimwear, thank you. So this, I believe, is my... Oh. Okay, there is different dialogue. That's nice. So this is, I think, my final. Clear of the instance. Clear of the instance. Final time following these guys around. And that will be it for today. Get my rewards. The event expires tomorrow, so I thought I'd better get online, get it recorded quickly, get my rewards. It's not, you know, not especially fascinating. You know, not one that I think would be clamoured for in the archives, but it'll be here. The awkward thing about, you know, this half-baked archival idea is that I don't really know how much has been done already. So I don't know how much work it will be. I'd like to get all the NPC dialogue, quest-related at least NPC dialogue, recorded on the wiki or something. But, you know, some of that I'm sure is already there. But I don't know how much, because I'm trying to experience the game firsthand before I go looking at that. So afterwards, I might discover that I have heaps of work ahead of me, or I might discover that there is basically nothing and it's all been done already. I suspect it will not be the latter. I've been able to find cutscenes, actual, you know, pre-rendered cutscenes, and sometimes even the dialogue from within those cutscenes, but almost nothing from outside of cutscenes, even if they are important quest-related dialogues. So here we go, my last one, and what do we get? The Summer Uchiwa, which I believe is a novelty weapon. What do it does? I have no idea. It's a club, and it, yes, it certainly is. How fun. It's got a bomb on it. That checks out. Great. And with that, that is the, not tremendously exciting Celestial Knights event. Now, I believe there is another event currently ongoing, but I'm not at a level capable of partaking, so hopefully, you know, it seems like all of these events are on something of a loop now that we are 22 years post-launch, and somewhere like 8 to 12 years, 8 to 10 years post no new content. You know, they're in the maintenance phase now, where they're just keeping it all running for those people who do want to try it out, but nothing new is being added, so they're recycling events. So hopefully I'll be able to revisit those at a later date. I'm going to park up here as if nothing ever happens, and then next time we'll see about these records of evidence. And it won't be 2 weeks this time. Probably. Alright. Thank you for watching.